Hello and welcome back. I decided I have to finish that reading before I continue on with my day, and I don't know, it's really good to clean up the cards from everything that's happening. So my question is, will Nancy Pelosi be sort of a temporary president starting in 2019? Not if she will be next, but is she going to be the person who helps us finish up till 2020? So that's my question. Is Nancy Pelosi going to be president in 2019? And I think I might want to do either a circle reading on her or a Celtic cross, something just to... Okay. Whew! No wonder why I wanted to light the sage before. So this is showing the Devil card, which, there it is. This, and I am feeling that the Devil card is talking about the picture of things once all of the revelations have happened. So I think we're all going to enjoy knowing what has transpired, and the aftertaste of that is really quite bitter. I feel that we might be seeing some real negativity in the presidency and what it means, and the sort of narrative that we come to learn in terms of collusion with Russia. And I'm also feeling the Jeffrey Epstein issue coming up, that we might learn quite a bit more about who all was involved with the underage prostitution ring, and some things really about misuse of sexuality that is really kind of an old paradigm that's dying away. And I think that's an element of our time period right now, is that just some of the cultural inappropriateness that has been accepted for so long, it's really coming into the foreground to be named as real inappropriate, and will be falling away. So what's standing out to me right now about the Devil card are the wings. And so things are just gonna hit, and people are gonna fly away. I think the current president is gonna fly away. But I asked about if Nancy Pelosi will be president in 2019. I know there's a lot of energy for that. So at the root of the reading is the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. Given the question, I would say maybe we're talking more about Nancy Pelosi. So this might be something that she does wish for. The Five of Swords is really this view. Well, on one hand, what I get is that she's worked really hard to be where she is, and also to usher in other folks who are sort of aligned with her vision and purpose. I am getting that, and I see clouds dispelling. There's also a sense of recovery from this card, in terms of it's the aftermath of a battle, and there may be some things when you look in the environment after a battle, it's kind of grim, but the person has survived and is kind of looking at what's all happened. So there's a real, it's not even before the victory can even be named. It's like there's a battle, and then looking at the battlefield to assess damages and the recovery of one's troops. So it's not that she hopes for this battle or anything. She more is hopeful really to move things along and to have a position in government where she can, really be at the helm of making changes. The Page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles show up in the conscious or universal principle part of the reading. Sometimes this can be divine intervention, divine forces. So the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles are there. So the first thing I get is her awareness of people who have maybe been displaced during this presidency and wanting to address those issues. I do see her thinking about the asylum seekers and the caravan and how the issues of asylum and immigration into this country are being dealt with. And she, in that it's a Page of Pentacles, she may have some new ideas and a new plan of how to deal with that. At this point in the reading, I see it as being now and not so much in the future. So, but here we're getting a little bit more into the future, and another major arcana card, kind of seesawing here with the double. So the Chariot is the ability to hold things together, make distinctions, and move forward quickly with focus and purpose. It's a strong will. It's also having a really clear pathway, and it seems to me like heading into the new Congress taking over. That's what we're seeing from Nancy Pelosi. And then we're really seeing her being in that position. So the Four of Pentacles shows up here, and that really shows her steady and solid in, well, for one thing, her financial position, but also her position as a government official, a government person. And that's what she's focused on. She's really focused on working for people, and she's has a plan for rectifying and making better some of the problems that have shown up in the last 2 years or so. And oops. So, and then that's the Three of Pentacles, which is working together, showing people her plans, kind of really collaborating with others before coming out in public with things. So people really banding together, the Democrats, to create a sustainable plan. And really dealing with some problems. There's this light coming in and dispelling the darkness. And there's the Page of Wands, so she is going to get Speaker of the House, which leads to a great new beginning. So I see her very much, at the helm and being the captain of the ship moving forward. I'm not really seeing any answer to the question, though. This is all, at best, showing us what's going on now and really into January, maybe February. So, yeah, and there's a lot of strength there. So she's in a strong position, should the presidency become available, to move into that position as Speaker of the House if the president leaves, and then the vice president cannot take that position or has to leave, then the presidency goes to the Speaker of the House. So, can you answer the question for me? Will Nancy Pelosi become president in 2019? So far, it seems like she has a lot of strength for the position that, oh, and there's people leaving. Yeah. So that's when the presidency becomes available, because the person who's been president leaves. There's the Two of Wands, the investigation into wrongdoing, and a hostile foreign government being influenced in our elections and our government policies. There's the government. That's the Hierophant. So, definitely there's a change in government. There's the Two of Wands, which is showing things coming back to haunt a person. I don't think that's Nancy Pelosi, but things showing up, and somebody having to leave with the Eight of Cups, and then the Hierophant, which is the government, the legal structures of that government. It's all about structure. So, yeah, and there's, as somebody's leaving, they're leaving with a scandal. Seven of Swords, lies, deception, things that are really, people have tried to make them covert and secret, but they're not covert and secret, as we see with the Two of Wands, which shows perception. So there's a perception of these, the deception that's taken place in the presidency. There's someone leaving, and sort of the government, structures of the government really taking over, and there being a natural succession for that role. And let's see, and then there's that's kind of nice. So the Hierophant with the Hermit is, you know, really looking at things and looking to create a stability in that very unstable set of circumstances with the presidency. And yeah, it seems to me that people have foolishly thought that they could get away with these things. There's my cat Samadhi again, who just really likes to visit when I do readings. So there's an openness at that point. There's a real, these are 4 major arcana cards together, so it's pretty heavy duty. So there's the government, there's the Tower card, which shows chaos and instability. The Hermit, which is the intellectual force and the wisdom that's seeking to steady the government and to reestablish solidity. And the Fool, which is really, there's a kind of brainstorming sensibility to the Fool here of, okay, what do we do now? What's going on? Let's be open. Let's think. Let's make our best choice. Let's not be foolish. And so, and then there might be a waiting period, and the High Priestess is really about secrets and the law, the deep understandings of the law. So, yeah, she might become president. I'm not seeing a real clear answer here.